we are here where we said we'd be, but we're not playing exactly the two games we said we would. One game we managed to postpone. So we also had 3 players called up for international duty, so we've moved the game. So we postponed the game, which now came in between the two we're going to play. So today we'll be playing Cape Town Spurs and Milford FC. TS Galaxy is now a weekend ahead again. I don't know how we've had this. It looks like we've had a free weekend, and either the TS Galaxy game moved a weekend, or it was already a 2 week gap and it was just a free weekend for some reason. Anyway, so we have a game in hand over our competitors. Let's see how we have got on in between. This is a Quite Average Gamer. My name is Duncan, and welcome back to the Pentagon Challenge. I welcome everyone, and let's be honest, there's no better place to look than the league table. We are 5 points ahead with a game in hand against Milford FC, who are currently 13th. We have had a great run with only one game spoiling it. But since we were last here, we had a 5-0 victory over Kazric Stars. Mithoho got a double from corners. Boji got a goal. Ingeshin got his first. And Kaya scored on the 92nd minute. We then beat Baroka, a game that was expected to go up last season, 2-0. Kumalo and a header from Mithoho again. Maritzburg we beat 4-1. Beloye, Boji, and Gesson with a double. One of them was a penalty. And then Hungry Lions, we struggled in this game, but Boji managed to get the winner for us 5 minutes into the game. We then took on Mbombala United, who we went 2-0 up against. Luca Beni, our right back, scored a penalty with Kamalo getting our second before they got a goal back on 57 and 91 minutes. Amatux, we beat 3-1. Mithoho, corner, header, you know it. Duba and Colley, who is now out injured for at least 2 months, between 6 and 9 weeks, with a torn ground muscle. He scored a fucking beauty of a goal to make that 3-1. And then, as you've seen already this season, in this game, Cheap Boys saved another penalty and we won 2-0. Kamalo and Boji getting the goals. As I said, we're taking on Cape Town Spurs at home today, and then we play our game in hand against Milford the following weekend. I'm very confused why we have a weekend free already, but we did. So we're playing. And this is our lineup for today. Cheap Boys just came back from a wee knock. He is in it. Is that ever familiar back four with that ever present midfield who've already established a connection with Mbimjana. Kamalo, Boji in the wings, Dub up front. We're going good. The only thing we don't have is now a left winger, so Sanosi will probably have to cover both wings. Tlamuka, who hasn't featured for us yet, is on the bench. And I think that's all I have to really make much of a note of interest. We've had a couple of, so Fakudi's had a game that he missed due to suspension. He picked up and too many yellow cards. He's missed a game already. A couple of little knocks here or there, but nothing major. And with only one game, we've really dropped points in. We're on a very, very good run. A win today would put us, 8 points clear with a game in hand, but a loss today, still got a 2 point clear lead. In the top of the league, I am currently very happy with how we are performing. I had the confidence review thing, not confidence review, the monthly update thing from the board and the fans, where they tell you how happy they are. And the board are happy with their wing play, with the amount of goals we're scoring, but are unhappy with the amount of goals we're conceding. For reference, in the league so far this season, in the opening 9 games, we've conceded 5 goals. I think the nearest team to us after that has conceded 12 in terms of the goals against column, and then goals for, we've scored 25 goals this season already. We're playing well, and that is amazing. Okay, that is genuinely the main thing. But as you can see, looking at the table with games also underway, but there is a fair few teams competing already for, let's be honest, that top slot. So it's like Kazakh Stars, Spurs, who we're playing just now, Baroka. Oh god, it's 1-0. And fuck, who have I missed out? TS Galaxy are all most likely going to be the teams going for those top 3 places this season. Although any of these teams could kind of slip in at the moment. Going 1-0 down though isn't ideal, especially we've not even had a shot on target yet. Straight Kamalo breaking down the wing. Gets it inside to Kaya. Oh, such a poor pass. Use your heads, guys. Right, decent enough block. Why did one of the other players not come out to that? That's just stupid decision making in our defence. Which, let's be honest, is not surprising in general for like what feels like the level we're at. But come on, a bit more common sense. Right, Fakudi throws it to Babette. Ball in. Kamal's never winning that header. Completely marked by about 3 people. Can we get a good shot? Babette from distance. Way over. Not ideal. I actually checked our tactics. We are not trying to put the ball into the box. I'll just prove it. We're not. So I don't know why we're playing like we are. We've had 4 shots, not 1 on target, and they've scored from their only attempt on goal. We've had 5 shots, only 1's hit target for them. Got to remember, they are the team that came down, or one of the 2 teams that came down from the top division. So there's no real shame, I suppose, in potentially dropping points here, but if we want to win the league, we're going to have to do a little bit better than this. Boji's cut inside on his right foot, and that is what we've been wanting from him this season, and we are seeing it. It's his 5th goal this season, and it brings us back. And when we signed him last year, we thought this was what he could maybe do. Now I remember that I did know he was right-footed, and I'm talking about my arse last video. But he just never seemed to do it. He'd do so well. He'd get by the players, he'd get in position and miss. This season, he has found his shooting books. And I am more than happy for that. We do have a couple players, though, not playing well. Somebody should have gave him a shout. Oh, fuck. And poor defending. Somebody's got to give Luke Berry a shout. Nobody's on him. He probably has time to bring the ball down. He doesn't. We do not close down the Nell. A guy I tried to sign 2 years in a row, and he shoots from distance. We're back down. It's 2-1. And Boji's now injured. Fuck me. I don't have a left winger. And it's 3. I think we're hitting our first defeat of the season in the league. So unhappy just now. Get to half time. Let's get to half time. Do we change shape? Do we change shape? I don't know why my stuff keeps changing, Do we change shape, or do we just bring on Sonosi? Oh, fuck. I think we make a couple of changes here. Boji's definitely coming off. Going to bring on Nguesson, who will be playing as a poacher. Where is my striker? Kamalo's going to come off for... No. Wrong players. Oh, Duba is there, sorry. I'm going crazy. You are coming off. Duba. Stay on. I'm going to put you as a deep line playmaker. Your centre mid on support. Kamalo is going to come off for Nkosi. And in the middle of that defence, going to stick Kupi in there. Pretty much hope for the best at this point. Win back on support, you're fine with that. Win back on support, you're not really. You're full back on defend. It's a lot of changes, but I'm not happy with how we're playing. I'm gonna go for that. I'd rather not lose any more than what we're already losing. And let's hope with and let's hope we can just kind of congest a little bit. Not really knowing what I'm hoping for here. If the other wide player had been playing well, I probably would have just stuck previous shape, but we weren't. So bring on Sonozi just because if that's still not working, I don't have another option then to change on the wings, and he can't play anywhere else. And guessing he heads it off the post. So unlucky. Have a poor. I actually thought he just had it out. It's a corner. Right. Look, Benny. Delivers. And it's in. Kaya gets a goal back. Makes it 3-2. Still got half an hour left to play. Can we salvage a point is the question. Nkosi. Offside. Miles offside, I'd imagine. Nkosi I have seen score a free kick already, which doesn't really mean much. Going to swap him out actually and bring on Blankenberg, who can play as a wing back, even if it is on defend. Duba I'm going to bring off Ford Lamuka. It's our final change. Let's see what we can do. It's a corner. Blankenberg, whatever. Can he pick up a man in red? Oh, what a save. What a header. I think that was Babette. Great header. Great save by their goalkeeper. Tell you what, we are putting a bit of pressure on them, but can we score from a set piece and bring it level? Blankenberg again. Thoho way wide with that one. Should have done better, but I can't criticise. We're on like 4 or 5 goals already. Last time I checked, maybe before the last game, he was our top goal scorer, so. Oh. I mean, look at those stats. Other than possession, it is so even. Number of shots the same. We've had one more shot on target. We also have the slightly better XG. We've had far more corners. Just been... Oh, we're so unlucky here, in my opinion. So unlucky. Actually so unlucky, I feel. Changing to a more congested defensive midfield has helped us out. We've seen that, but too little too late for us. Cape Town Spurs with the victory. Gutting, but we still have that 2-point lead. And if we win the next game, we can make it 5 again. See you in a second. Right, we're back for the second episode. So our next game, which should have been against TS Galaxy, is postponed. We had 4 international call-ups. One of our foreign players has been called up. I think it was Chibwe, who's been called up mid-season already for Zambia. And then 3 of our players have been called up for under 21 or under 23 duty. So 4 players were gone. We've postponed that game now, which is fine by me. So yeah, we could end up having another game in hand again. But whatever. Today, though, this is our lineup. Chibwe in goals. Lukabeni, Mathoho, Beloye, Fakure making up that very familiar back 5. And it's a very familiar midfield 5. Mbanjana, Kaya and Babette, Boji Kamalo and Duba leading the line. Nguessan is not available for today. He's picked up a knock. So Matome comes into the bench. Gives us another defensive option, which might help, might not. Who the hell knows is probably the point now. We've got to be winning this game. We've got to bounce back after our defeat last game to, I guess, prove a point to me more than anything else. So I just read their lineup and assumed it was ours. I don't know why. I was like, I'm not putting a back 5. But they are. They are. But let's see if we can get a few goals by Milford today and just put the last game firmly behind us as we look to try and make our 5-point lead at the top. Well, a 5-point lead at the top again. So that is us over a third of the way through the season, though. I think this is game 10 for us. Or is this game 11 for us? If so, we are either on or just over a third of the way through the season. This is game 11 for us. So yeah, this is now over that third of the way mark, which isn't a usual thing, but when you only play 30 games a season, it's kind of easy to just take it in thirds. Good block. Excuse me. So yeah, a draw today puts us 3 points ahead. A win gives us 5. Boje delivered this corner. Got to hope he picks out one of our centre halves. He doesn't, but it does fall for our right back. Tries to get it to Duba, who doesn't. Kamala's header heads straight towards the goalkeeper, not really troubling anybody. So far, a little bit early pressure, but they have got in behind us once, which I'm not comfortable with. The one thing we don't really have in centre defence is pace. Beloy has a little bit of pace, to be fair, but not as much as you'd probably like. Babette, shot from distance, and he rockets it in. It's his first goal of the season, and Babette gives us the lead here 6 minutes in. And it's a good goal. Good finish. Comfortable finish. Something we've kind of needed a little bit more of. But Kaya, good pass. Just on the line. And rockets it in top corner. Keeper had no chance. We take that lead. Now Babette has picked up a knock with a tight hamstring. And we're going to have to take him off. Just put Baldwin midfielder on in support at the moment. I don't want him to pull his hamstring. If he's got a tight hamstring, let's get him off, get him rested, and hopefully have him fit for our next game, whenever that actually is now. Could be a fortnight. I don't really know. I'm so lost on when our games are actually being played at the moment. Because we're just hitting these international breaks after international break, it feels like. It's just constant. It's just been constant. Good ball into absolutely fucking nobody. Absolute waste of a cross. I mean, I know I'm not asking to have possession football for whatever, but fuck me, if there's nobody in the box, don't cross it in. Good header by Luca Bene. Just watch them kind of cut through us a little bit. If he didn't win that ball, I think he was off. Like, if he'd caught the player instead of the ball, he was off. Look at Bennett dove right into that challenge. Cheaply takes that shot. Not overly comfortable how he had to pie that out wide. I think he should have maybe done a bit better there, but whatever. It's not in the back of the net just yet. I have a fear this might be like the Hungry Alliance game where we scored a goal early and then did nothing else for the rest of the game. Obviously, the most important thing is the 3 points, but Mbanjana, free kick right off the wall. Right, can we pick out somebody in yellow, please? No, you've got a second chance though. Cuts it back. Mathoho, yeah, that's good. I don't really want him in the wing. He loses the ball. Right, they've hit it out. Are we going to intercept and hitting the counter? Probably not. Yes, we are. Jorimus wins the ball. Gets it to Boje. Got to play it inside. Plays it just behind him, Jana. But he gets out to look Benny. Fires a ball deep into the back post, but it's cleared away from Boje. Can we get the ball back in? Kaya slots it for Kamalo. And it's in. We're just waiting to see if the flag's up. And it's not. It's Edson Kamalo with his 6th... No, I don't actually think it is his 6th goal of the season. It might be. I didn't actually read what came up that time. But it's a good finish. Look at this ball from Kaya. Perfectly weighted. Perfectly timed run as well from Kamalo. And just comfortably puts it into the bottom corner. Doubles our lead here. 2-0. And Benjana with a free kick. Way over. And now with that second goal, we can just breathe a little bit easier. Beloy having a poor game again. It's second game in a row that's been the case. Kaya, though, 2 assists from today. And it's in, it's 3. Beloy gets his second goal of the season. And we can now relax that little bit more. Ball comes in. Heads at home. And they're back 5, 6, whatever you want to call it. Hasn't kept us out today, which is great for us. Quite honestly, great for us. We seem to be doing really well from set pieces now. I can't remember if I'd have placed Staff or not. I don't think I did. Maybe I did, but our set pieces are working now. But I don't know if that's because we now have like a 6'6" or 6'3" centre half to actually head at home. Boji tried to get by Nene there, but just fouled. Gives us a free kick. Won't do anything with it. Nyanga's manager's complaining about his lack of game time, which I kind of get. So I'm going to have to try and either start him in a few more games or just play him a bit more regularly from the bench. To be honest, a game like this is probably perfect to bring him on. Let's us give Kaya a rest, who's had a fantastic game so far. Mathoho's now having a poor game. Let's bring on Kupe for Mathoho. Oop, wrong button. We also have that ever reliable footage now. Kupe, like, I'm so happy with our strength and defence. If we didn't get Beloyi on loan, it would have been Kupe and Mathoho, which I'd have been happy with. I would have been happy with that as our options. But no, I'm actually quite happy relatively with the team. Dub is playing quite badly, so bring on Dlamuka. And we've still got space for another sub, if need be. Probably just keep more eye on the fitness of the players, and we'll take off maybe who needs it in that regard. I mean, I'd like to get another couple of goals, but I just would like us to be a bit more ruthless. But honestly, I would also take no more highlights for the rest of the game if it gave us this comfortable 3-0 win. Nyanga will pass it straight to one of their players, and now they're breaking, and it's a goal, all from a mistake from Nyanga. And there goes my whole clean sheet today. To be fair, they've had 4 shots, 3 on target. It's not as if they're not doing their best with their chances. I feel like they are. Another corner. Can Boji pick out someone in yellow? He does. It's Dlamuka who heads it so high and so fucking wide it was almost pointless. Let's bring on Senose for Boji. It's not usually a left winger, but it will be today for the final kind of 10-15 minutes. But you know, 5 points ahead at the top of the league again. We know we're going to have a game in hand coming up as well. So Spurs could be the team that take that point down to, I think it'll be a 3-point gap again. Since TS Galaxy are the team that we're going to have the game in hand against. But yeah, right now things are looking okay for us. So long as we kind of beat the rest, I guess I'm not too concerned at the moment about Cape Town Spurs or TS Galaxy. I am also tempted though after the second half against Cape Town Spurs to change our shape when we're playing these two teams and how we're going to play, because they just cut us down. They cut through us too easily. But it's a good result. Another good win. And it gets us over that defeat quite quickly. Cannot respond in a better manner than a 3-1 win. Well, it could have been 3-0, but whatever. 5 points ahead again at the top of the league. And we have 2 weeks till our next game, which gives everybody a bit of time to recuperate, which is always ideal. I think... So let's just come back for the next 2 games, because I think we want to test ourselves again second in the league. So we take on them 2. That takes us just under halfway point in the league. That'll take us to 13 out of 30 games. And then we can maybe see where we're going to go after that. I don't really expect to come back, of course, because we've got the break in January anyway. Yeah, we'll come back for the next 2 games. You can worry about the rest later on. If you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a thumbs up. It massively helps out the channel. Let me know in the comments down below, how would you have dealt with Cape Town Spurs? And I'll see you on the next one. Take care.